How's it going, everybody? Adrian Simple here from thegamingobserver.com for Tuesday, October 22nd. It's election day here in Canada, which means I've finally been able to vote in my first federal election. An exciting day for me, and let's make it even better and talk about some video games. THQ Nordic, which is the subsidiary of the company now called Embracer Group, has officially opened a corporation in Japan. They will largely be responsible for distribution, PR, and marketing in the Japanese market. And of course, it's going to be entirely run by Japanese professionals. This is really important for the Embracer Group as they move forward with international distribution. It's a very clear goal that they've had for a while, and the aggressive acquisition strategy that they have, things like this are only a matter of time. They're based out of Sweden. They now have an international arm in both the US and Japan. They've even acquired a publisher based out of Australia and New Zealand earlier this year. So anyway, don't be surprised to hear more about this moving forward, especially when their quarterlies release next month. The dates for the next 3 Steam sales have been unofficially released, though from trusted sources. The Halloween sale will begin next week on the 28th, and only runs until November 1st. Then the Autumn sale from November 26th to December 3rd, and then only 2 weeks later after that, the Winter sale from December 19th to January 2nd. I know the Steam sales have been pretty lackluster the past few years, but I figured I'd mention this in case you have your eye on a specific game. You're going to get 3 opportunities to see if it goes on sale before the year is up, so they're really packed together tightly there. Speaking of Steam, the remote Play Together beta is now live. This will let you play local multiplayer games with friends online, so split screen or couch co-op, etc. You'll have to opt in for it, so don't expect the service to be perfect if you're trying it out right now, but the option is now available anyway. Of course, I'm very happy to see stuff like this. The Oxford Internet Institute has concluded a study titled, quote, "Investigating the Motivational and Psychosocial Dynamics of Dysregulated Gaming," end quote. Their research was in response to the World Health Organization classifying gaming disorder as a disease earlier this year. The study found no evidence suggesting that excessive gaming leads to substantial emotional, peer, or behavioral problems. They essentially say that gaming isn't a disorder in its own right, but playing them obsessively might be an indication of other issues, which I think much of the other existing research has also supported. All of this was based on data from over 1,000 teenagers and their caregivers. Really important that we get more research on this topic, and I'm happy to see that things are looking in the right direction. Hey, that's the news for today. I'd like to give a very, very special thank you to Mando, who has begun contributing to my Patreon at the producer level. He's been a dedicated listener for a long while now, and it's really a pleasure to have him on board. So a big thanks to Mando, Brandon, and the rest of my Patreon supporters for helping make this show happen. Folks, I will be back tomorrow as I am every single day, and until then, happy gaming, everyone.